Friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to discuss the final term past papers of third semester. These are the latest ones of January 2022 and the previous ones, they are available on my channel. Go to playlist and here past papers, and the PDF you will get on my blog. Go there, write past papers PDF and videos, so from there you will get them. So now let's discuss the latest past papers of the final term. So let's begin with the classical poetry, right? Let me check if I have a clear version of it. Classical poetry, right? So let's begin. Question number 1. Read the quote below, identify the character that relate to it and think about which themes apply to, and then next explain the themes briefly. Analyze giving details from the Rap of the Log and Paradise Lost, such as plot, symbols, quotes that authors use to explain the themes, right? So this is a repeated question, so past papers are very significant. Most of the questions are repeated, right? So this is repeated question. I still remember the question when I was in third semester. We have the same question, right? So part A is if right, so if to her share some female errors fall, look on her face and you will forget them all. Obviously these are taken from the Rap of the Log, and characters involve obviously Belinda, right? So female errors, you might heard about it. So the errors which Belinda is exempted from because of her beauty. If she commit any error, she is exempted from the punishment because she is beautiful, right? So you can explain this in that context. She is so much beautiful that by looking at her face you will forget her errors, right? And part B is doing or suffering, but of this be sure to do aught good never will be our task, but ever to do ill our soul delight, as being the contrary to this high will whom we resist. If then his providence out of our evil seek to bring forth good, our labor must be prevented that end, and out of the good still to find means of evil. Obviously this is from Paradise Lost book 1, and this is Satan's speech, right? Satan is the character involved in it. This is Satan's speech after the fallen angels, they have been sent to hell as a punishment. So he delivered his speech to cheer his fallen angels and motivate them to fight again against God. Question number 2 is, how do the ideas or the actions of Satan reflect different aspects of the theme of hierarchy and order in Paradise Lost book 1? Explain the theme briefly and give details from the text, such as specific plot points, symbols, quotes that the authors use to explain that theme. So details note I have provided you from the lit charts, so they are better explained there, the quotes and each and everything. Besides that, the videos are available on my channel. I have explained all of these in detail. Even I have covered the Paradise Lost line by line explanation. It's a long video, right? It's available on my channel if you are interested. And apart from that, question number 3, analyze Satan's speeches in book 1 of the Paradise Lost to show that Milton does not intend us to sympathize with the Satan. So you can relate it with the Satan. I have covered this topic, Satan as hero of Paradise Lost, how Milton represented Satan as a good leader, or the qualities or the attributes of Satan. I've discussed that as well. right? So these are the important points of the Paradise Lost you must remember, keep in mind. So this paper is of short fiction. Question number 1, critically appreciate the following lines with reference to the context. Part A, the parish priest had his first suspicion of an impostor when he saw that he did not understand the language of God or know how to greet his ministers. Then he notices that scene close up to him must. So these lines are taken from the short story A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, right? When the priest he saw the old man with wings, the people considered him an angel, but rather the priest he opposed the idea, and he said he didn't like the old man, right? He is opposing him, and he is saying that he did not speak the language of God, or he didn't speak Latin. How he might be an angel? He is just only a weak person, an old man, no more than that, right? So the people there, they treated the old man as a stranger or outside very badly, ill-treated him, throwing stones at him, the context of that. And part B is, had you not taken pity on my weakness yesterday and dug these beds for me instead of turning back alone. So these lines, they are taken from the short story The Three Questions, right? You might read the story in which there is a king, right? He met the hermit to answer the three questions. Right here he got the answers of all these questions, that what is the important time to do anything, right? So he get the answers from the hermit there. And question number 2, discuss any two of the following statements, right? A, impresario character significance, cruel capitalist world in a hunger artist. And part B is, the necklace symbolizes all the material possession of the finer life, everything that Matilda wants and does not have. So these are taken from the Darling short story, right? And apart from that, part C is, James Joyce's use of word home triggers nostalgia in Evelyn, right? So Evelyn, the protagonist of this short story, she become nostalgia of her home and didn't left with her boyfriend, right? The epiphany and nostalgia of her home makes her realize the importance of home, and she decided not to go with her boyfriend. And question number 3 is, critically analyze Rosemary's false characters from the short story A Cup of Tea and build your argument to explore deep ties between the female beauty and insecurity. And next paper is academic writing. Question number 1, make a horizontal outline and write a comprehensive essay on the following topics. So I have discussed that as well, how to make horizontal outline, right? You have to make outline and write a comprehensive academic essay, yes, right? So use of academic language, obviously, in academic writing. Water and energy crisis in Pakistan. And question number 2 is, answer the following questions. Part A, write a comprehensive note on the types of abbreviation by explaining the underlined ones in the following sentences. And part B is, insert a stable conjunction into each gap, right? I'll provide you, don't worry about that, you might read by yourself. Question number 3 is, underline the errors in the para below and explain their nature. Rewrite the para by removing the errors. And this is human rights and citizenship. Attempt all the question. Question number 1, write short notes on right to live, right to education, right to property, rights of minorities. And question number 2, define following articles of UDHR, right? Article 2, 5, 26, 18, 4, 13 and 17. And question number 3, Secretary General of UNO said, let us ensure that those who most need their rights protected are made aware this declaration exists and there it exists for them. But it is observed that awareness does not help people stop violation of their rights. Discuss violation of any 5 articles of UDHR in any fiction. Obviously you might read the novel The Kite Runner. So the articles of UDHR have been violated there. You will discuss that as well, right? And violation of rights. And this is Islamic studies. Question number 1, attempt short questions. Define Hadith Qudsi. Part 2, write few characteristics of Makki Surah. Write the names of 6 reliable books of Hadith, right? And write the characteristics of Madini Surah. On what kind of material Quran was written in the lifetime of Prophet, peace be upon him. Why Quran was revealed in stages. What is Hadith Jibreel? Question number 2 is translate and explain the following verse. Translate and explain the following verse. So these verses you have to translate and explain them. Question number 3, give the detailed answers of the following. Write a brief note on the compilation of Holy Quran. Write important sections of Treaty of Medina and impacts on the Muslims. Right, so they yeah, so fanatics and phonology, this is the previous one, right? The latest one, if I get it, I'll provide you. So you have to transcribe the following lines phonemically, right? Phonetic transcription is there. Transcription is very important, and you must prepare the transcription. And question number 2 is change the following transcribed table into normal English, right? So just do practice transcription. And question number 3, define the following terms: regressive, progressive, coalescent assimilation, linking R, intrusive R, stress and its type. And part B, classify the following word pairs according to definition of the terms: homonymy, homophone, homograph, right? So this is all. Thank you for watching.